What a remarkable evening this is, as it always is. I have a sense, looking out at 8 talented, bright, compassionate, and wise men and women, as we join them in a link to rabbis who have gone back across the generations, and they stretch out into a future that some of us can only see from a distance, that we stand at a history-making moment yet again. Such histories require more than a few individuals, and I always have the pleasure of beginning my remarks by thanking some of those people who have made this evening's accomplishments possible. I want to begin, as I always do, by thanking my dear friend Ruth Ziegler for everything that she is for all. Found in the Talmud is itself in a charming context, which is after studying together all day long, the rabbinic sages wouldn't simply walk out of the Beit Midrash talking about what meal they were going to, what event they were having to attend, what childcare they were having to clean up after. No. They would ritualize a way of blessing each other each time they parted. And so the sages, as they walked out into the world, walked out with the blessings of their colleagues ringing in their ears. And the blessing is 4 series of 3 lines. Olamcha tireh b'chayecha, v'charitcha l'chayei olam haba, v'tikvatcha l'dor dorim. May you see your world in your lifetime, and may your future be for the life of the world that is coming, and your hope for generations of generations. I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, one of the stories that I was told was Aesop's fable about the grasshopper and the ant. And I was told the Jewish version of that story, in which the grasshopper is a no-good bum. Right? He only lives for the moment. He only takes care of what his pleasures at the instant are. But that hard-working and diligent ant, he put away for his retirement down the road. But in my adult years, I have imagined that the Buddhist telling of that story would have a very different spin. It would be that Meshugana ant never enjoyed a day in his life. And for all we know, he plots to be coronary before he was ever able to eat from the stuff he had put away. Whereas the grasshopper truly was mindful and lived in the moment, and therefore he enjoyed each and every day until he froze to death with the fall. That's why we have the expression, yes, grasshopper, and we don't say ant when we talk to our students. The genius of the rabbis is to point out it's an artificial distinction. If you live in the moment in such a way that you ignore the future that will surely come, then you will soon enough no longer be able to live in the moment. But if you allow yourself to be so consumed by fears of the future that you never truly inhabit the time that you live, your life will pass you by unlived. May you see your world in your lifetime, now. Live in eternity in the moment. And may your future be for the world that is coming. Both. The rabbis go on, may your heart meditate with understanding, and your mouth speak wisdoms. Picha yidaber chochmot, not just wisdom, but many wisdoms. And your tongue be moved not to song, but reninot, to songs. Because the rabbis here are telling us that some wisdom is not of the brain, but of the heart. And it is the kind of knowing that can never be reduced to a single ideology, a single phrase, a single way. It is not true that there is wisdom to be had. There are wisdoms to be embraced. And there is no one song that is the song of the world. It is many songs, each with their own rhythm and notes. May your eyelids look straight before you. May your eyes shine with the light of the Torah, and your face be radiant like the brightness of the firmament. It's such beautiful poetry. But what are they telling us? They're telling us that it is our job to attend to what is coming. It is our job to be open to the future, not with negativity, but with robust optimism. We are the heirs of the prophets and the sages of Israel. We have the capacity to meet the challenges of our time, as did our mothers and fathers before us. I am pleased to call upon Joseph Samuel Robinson, of whom Rabbi Joel Levy, his sponsor, has said, Joseph is the type of student who will, the day after this ordination ceremony, make time to come to the Beit Midrash to learn and to direct his heart to heaven. Because Rabbi Levy could not be with us today, Rabbi Noah Farkas has agreed to accompany Joseph on his journey.
I am pleased to be able to present Joseph Samuel Robinson, once my student, now also my Talmid Chaver, always my brother.
Jewish law requires that most official acts be sanctioned by a Beit Din or rabbinical court of at least 3 rabbis. As we turn to the ordination of our new rabbis, we invite 3 individuals to serve as the Beit Din, who will officially invite our students into the rabbinic community. We welcome Rabbi Jerry Skolnick, President of the Rabbinical Assembly, and Rabbi Julie Schoenfeld, the Executive Vice President of the Rabbinical Assembly, and invite them now to serve as members of the Beit Din. We express to each of them our appreciation for traveling a considerable distance to be with us at this momentous occasion. The Rabbinical Assembly stands at the heart of the conservative Masorti movement in Judaism, and we are honored to have as participants in this ordination 2 of its most distinguished leaders. Presiding as the Alt Beit Din, or head of the rabbinical court, will be Rabbi Elliot Dorff, the beloved rector of the American Jewish University. This time it's in the script. And the Saul and Ann Dorff Distinguished Professor of Philosophy in the Ziegler School. Rabbis, thank you for having taken your places. May I ask you all to please rise as Rabbi Peretz and Rabbi Alexander for the moment of ordination.
May your hope last for all generations. May your mind hearts rejoice in upright deeds, and your steps run to hear the words of the Ancient of Days.
Amen.
May God face you and grant you peace.
To welcome into the community of rabbis, Rav Yosef ben Yosef Udvora, Rabbi Joseph Samuel Robinson. Harav Yehudit Ahava bat Devora v'Yosef, Rabbi Judy Ahava del Borgia. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the world's newest rabbis.
יישר כוחך. מזל טוב. מזל טוב.
Hashem, Maria,